Arranged Marriages by Alondra Medina. My introduction. An arranged marriage is a union between families rather than individuals, where families take the lead in selecting a spouse. It is practiced in diverse cultures from anywhere in the world, such as South Asia, in the Middle East, in Orthodox Jewish communities, and even Romani groups. While it is often misunderstood, arranged marriages can vary from traditions with evolving modern values. Historical origins. Arranged marriages can date back thousands of years. They were often used to forge alliances between very powerful families or even between kingdoms. These unions were not about love, but about preserving wealth, status, and family honor. A well-known arranged marriage would be Marie Antoinette to King Louis of France. Their marriage was a political alliance between Austria and France, which was a part of the complex and dynastic system of the 18th century. Also, to add on to that, a lot of young women were set off to marry wealthy older men, so they could be around the age of 12 and up. It depends on the era, but back then they were known to marry off into very very older men, up to maybe even their like 60s, 70s, because of their wealth and because of their family status. Most of the time these girls or women had to marry off to get that wealth and status. Courtship rituals. Courtships often begin with families or matchmakers who help them identify their potential partners. Compatibility is assessed through the family's reputation, cultural values, and even astrology. Many traditions do background checks such as family meetings that replace the dating process. It creates structured path towards marriage, and it prioritizes long-term harmony over a romantic relationship. You could take like an example like from Mulan, where she had to go through the process of a matchmaker to find her spouse, or her ideal spouse, by doing specific things to find her perfect match. But I'm using the example of Mulan because in many traditions that still occurs, where specifically in Asian cultures, they still do matchmakers to find you the perfect match, or somebody who's a potential partner. And I also use Mulan because Mulan is also very well known, and it is based off of somebody. Dating customs. Dating looks very different in arranged marriages from normal Western norms. The couples may meet briefly, often with a family member present, or they can communicate through chaperone visits. Now, in modern times, introductions may happen online but still include family members involved, which is key to the dating process. These customs aim to ensure compatibility while still preserving the cultural values and respect. Roles and expectations. Most gender roles often shape how arranged marriages unfold. In many cultures, men are expected to be the providers, while women are seen as caretakers. Some examples would be cooking, cleaning, taking care of children if they have any, etc. Often families may prioritize the groom's preferences. This is somewhat changing over time. Decision-making power can vary. Some women have a very strong voice in the relationship, while sometimes they can voice their opinions, while others may face pressure to comply with their family's choices. Arranged does not equal forced. Sorry. While most arranged marriages are often confused with forced marriages or unwanted marriages, they are not the same. In many cultures today, most individuals have the right to accept or even reject the proposed match. Consent is emphasized, especially among younger generations, even though most arranged marriages are involving with their traditions. Most arranged marriages are mutual respect between both partners. And to lead off of that, not every arranged marriage, it doesn't mean that they're forced. Sometimes they can actually go with multiple partners depending on the culture, but sometimes they try to find somebody if they don't, if they don't think that they like them, or they don't think they have like anything in common, and if they just genuinely don't like the person that they were, you know, arranged to date to marry somewhat. They don't have to go through with it. They can, just say, oh no, like I don't think the word like compatible match, and just cut it off. But it's not the same in every culture. I'm not gonna say that it is, but in most cultures, some people don't really have a choice, but most do. Marriage ceremony traditions. Marriage ceremonies are deeply rooted in cultural and religious traditions, from elaborate rituals like Hindu fire ceremony to symbolic acts under the Jewish chuppah. These events reflect heritage and family values. Attire is often meaningful, and the ceremony is typically very large and family-oriented events. This celebration is filled with music, food, and blessings. Arranged marriages are legally recognized in most countries, but some requirements vary. In many cultures, a marriage is a licensed. In many places, a marriage license is required, which needs to be signed by both individuals and sometimes a witness. The legal age and consent laws are crucial. Some regions allow parental approval for younger couples, while others enforce strict age minimums to protect individual rights. And bride price. In many arranged marriages, economic exchanges play a huge role. A good example would be South Asia, where a dowry is money or gifts from the bride's family. These customs reflect cultural values around marriage, family responsibility, and social status. Role of parents. Parents play a crucial role in arranged marriages. They often act as matchmakers, guiding and selection process and ensuring compatibility beyond the wedding. They provide emotional and financial support and may continue to influence the couple's decisions. In many cultures, marriage is seen as a union between families and not individuals. Family expectations. After the wedding, the family expectations shape the couple's life, such as many cultures. Newlyweds live or near the groom's family. Spouses often take on traditional roles, men as providers, women as caretakers. The family expects children after marriage. Children are seen as essential to continuing the family legacy, and couples may face a huge amount of pressure if they choose not to have children. Families somewhat peer pressure their children whenever they get married to have kids automatically. I mean it as a joke, but when your cousins or somebody or your aunt or uncle, like you get in a relationship or you get like somewhere and they automatically start telling you, oh, when's the wedding? When are you going to get married? When am I going to have kids? That's somewhat like the kind of pressure that somewhat they face, but a lot more, and it depends on their culture on top of that. But that'll be like just a cute little example. Community involvement. In many cultures, arranged marriages are not just family affairs, they're community events. Extended relatives, close family, neighborhoods, and often help organize, celebrate, and influence the couple's match. While this support can be uplifting, it can also create a load of pressure to conform to expectations. The community's role reflects how a marriage should be seen as a shared social bond. Since the marriages are huge, it's not like a small kind of like get together, like at the just at the court, to sign each other's names. For many cultures, it'd be like a exponential thing. It'd be huge. Like it's not just like a 1, 2, 3, like you're done. It's more like everybody comes, your aunts, your uncles, your neighbors, cousins, relatives, friends, family. Like it's huge, and it's somewhat like a beautiful thing because like everybody's getting together for the special occasion, the special day that you two are getting married. or engaged, and a lot of people enjoy weddings because of that. Views on sex and intimacy. Views on sex and intimacy arranged by marriages can be very widely across many cultures and many traditions. Sex before marriage is discouraged, disgraced, or tabooed. But intimacy after marriage is expected. Emotional connection often develops over time, with couples learning to build trust and reflection towards each other and within the framework of the family and cultural expectations. Divorce and arranged marriages can carry heavy social and religious stigma, especially in conservative communities. Some traditions discourage it entirely and can be disgraceful, while others allow it under strict conditions. Remarriage is becoming more accepted, and especially for widows and divorcees, as cultural norms shift towards a person's happiness and become second chances for each individual. Modern adaptations. Arranged marriages are evolving today. Many couples meet through dating apps designed for cultural matchmaking, with families still involved in the process. Some opt for semi-arranged setups, while other parents suggest matches, but individuals make the final choice. These hybrid traditions reflect on changing values while still honoring the cultural roots, but also becoming more modern over time. Pros and cons. Arranged marriages offer stability, shared values, and strong family support, but they can also limit personal autonomy and create pressure to conform. While tradition provides structure, it may clash with modern ideals of love and freedom. The experience varies widely. Some may thrive and others may struggle a lot. It's a system with both strengths and challenges. Real life stories. Some real life stories reveal the human side of arranged marriages. Some couples grow into loving each other over time, while others face the challenges of adapting to the expectations. One woman shared, "We didn't know each other very well, but we built something strong over time." These voices show that arranged marriages are as diverse and complex as not every marriage is the same. Global comparison. Arranged marriage takes many forms and around the value global comparison. Arranged marriages takes many forms around the world and can be very different. In India, tradition blends with dating apps and parental output. Orthodox Jewish communities rely on matchmakers and shared religious values with one another. Among many groups, family honor and early marriage are central. Each reflects the unique beliefs, but all share the goal of preserving cultural identity and continuing the traditions. Conclusion. Arranged marriages are not statistic tradition. They're constantly evolving and becoming more modern. While rooted in cultural values and family ties, it's adapting to modern ideas of love, autonomy, and choices. Whether through matchmakers or apps, arranged marriages reflect how people become balanced heritage with personal happiness in a changing world.